think he's the best fighter in the world right now.
You are?
Man, it's up in the air. I say as far as not getting, you got to put Mikey in there. You got to put Lomachenko in there.
You're the one that makes all followers.
Man, you got Crawford. I personally think Crawford needs to fight a couple more guys, but you still got to put him in there. So it's up in the air. I can't put my hand on it right now. You know, naturally gifted wise, right now, you still got Mayweather. I mean, he's still relevant. You know, he's fighting. So obviously him. But you got Lomachenko, who naturally gifted wise, I seen him just do things that I had never really seen too many fighters do.
Mikey Garcia and Lomachenko are flirting with the idea of fighting each other. How do you see that?
I think it's a great fight. I had to give Mikey the edge due to size. And that's it. You know, due to the size, I have to give Mikey the edge in that fight. You know. But then again, when you got the type of skills that Lomachenko has, you know, you could deflate the size pretty quickly. So.
What's your take on, you know, it's just a rumor at this point. I'm not sure what's confirmed. I haven't been on social media all day. But there's a rumor that Tim Bradley's going to retire. What's your take on that, you know, his career?
Tim Bradley is another one who was great for the sport of boxing. He fought everybody. He fought his ass off. And, you know, if he wants to retire, I think maybe even a couple fights ago could have, you know, he had nothing else to give to anybody. You know, he didn't owe anybody anything in the sport of boxing. He fought who was the who, and he had a good career, a great career, and I think to walk off in the sun would be good for him. You know, before it gets hurt. Again, boxing is a sport that you can't take chances in. Anything can happen. You got long-term health. You know, some of these guys who seem good right now may not start feeling the effects of boxing for another 20 years, and it'll be ugly. So Tim Bradley, if he decides to walk away, I'd be behind him, as I think there was a lot of other fighters that showed, you know, a little while ago.
Does the fan in you kind of wish that he would have stuck around to maybe mix it up with some of these PBC welterweights? You know, got Errol Spence over there, Sean Porter.
No, I think
Garcia.
we've seen him, not enough of Tim Bradley, but we got our fair share of Tim Bradley, and that's why I say he was great for the sport, because he gave exciting fights, and he really got it. And you know, if he fights again, obviously, as a boxing fan, I'm going to, you know, cheer it. It's probably going to be an interesting fight. But if he walks away, then God bless him, and I hope that he enjoys his life after boxing. And I would not be mad one bit. I would not question him or his reasonings for retiring.
So you understand the decision as to why Bradley may retire? If you just don't have it anymore, if you just don't feel like it's there
or
anymore.
he may be concerned, like I said, how many fights is enough? You know, I mean, how many fights? What is it worth to make the money and have all the accomplishments when you can't enjoy them in 20 years from now?
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's why I tell people, you know, what are my kids going to think of me when I can't throw the ball with them in 10 to 15 years? You know, how selfish is that on me? You know, I made the money. I've won the world title belts. So my trophy case in my account is stacked. That's enough. You know what I mean? Again, you see baseball players that retire in the mid-30s, early 30s. Baseball is not boxing. Baseball is rigorous on the body because of how long the season is. It's not boxing. You know, boxing, you got training camps that are brutal. You know, 2.5 months. How many rounds of you know, sparring sessions are worse than fights? They're called gym wars. You know, how many gym wars are out there? Ellie, you've been around gyms. I'm sure you've seen some
every day.
So you know, yeah, people see the glamorous part, and that's the fights, but they don't see behind the scenes either. And again, that's why I'm saying, if somebody who's been pro longer than 8, 10, 9, 10, 11 years, and they want to hang them up, you know, you got to respect their wishes, and you can't make assumptions and why you think they did it. That's kind of ignorant, and a lot of boxing fans do that.
In your opinion, who's the best fighter you ever shared the ring with?
Man, you know, you got guys. Jermaine Taylor, natural ability. You have to put him in there, and of course, because I beat him, he was not that good. You know what I mean? That's the way it goes. But obviously, you know, Bernard Hopkins was. I mean, he fought how many years after I fought him? You know, that's going on 10 years ago almost that I fought Bernard Hopkins. Sergio Martinez was a talented fighter, but you know, guys like Miranda who could hit. You know, Miranda was the most feared fighter in boxing before I fought him. Nobody wanted him, and I fought him. So you know, those guys right there, obviously. again, those were bigger guys that I fought too.
I saw your fight not too long ago with Miranda
Kelly
again.
last question, man.
Okay. I saw your fight not too long ago on YouTube against Miranda, and that was brutal.
It was. You know,
how hard did he hit?
He hit hard. Everything.
It was 7 or 8 rounds, right?
Yeah. Everything he hit you with, you wore that punch for the round, and you know. But the only thing was going into that fight, we knew we were going into war because trying to run from Miranda, he threw too many. He wasn't a straight, regular type of fighter.
Yeah.
He didn't throw right down the middle, so we took chances by moving on him and trying to get out of the way. So our main thing was to push him backwards because nobody can really hit that hard off the bat, you know, on the move. And we pushed him back, and nobody said we could do it, and we went in there. And
you got him against the ropes, and that was it.
Yeah, you know, we knew he hit hard, but he didn't know how hard we hit. So that was the difference in that fight.
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.